So here we are at BattleBots Faceoffs in Las Vegas, getting ready for our Faceoffs weekend. And boy, did we get a weekend. On this weekend, you've got Tombstone, Hypershock, Valkyrie, and Orbitron. So you have three past Most Destructive BattleBot award winners. And then Orbitron, which is an unbelievably well-built, fairly new rookie robot that does a lot of really cool things. There's a lot of AI programming built into it, and it looks very solid. So every one of those robots has potential of winning this event, and we have our work cut out for us.
Perfect. Perfecto.
Beautiful, beautiful. How do you think you're going to do with the fights this weekend?
The fights this weekend for Tombstone are going to be tough ones. Both Hypershock and Valkyrie have near as much kinetic energy as we do, and so they're going to be difficult things for us to come out on top of. And Orbitron looks really solid, so I'm not even discounting that one as a tough one. They're all going to be tough matches. In my mind, I think the toughest match is the one we're going to have first tonight against Hypershock. We had a rough road getting Tombstone ready for this particular event. I made some changes and upgrades, which I've documented on the channel. So we've got a lot of things that we did differently. And in my head, the things I took off and then the things I added should have been about equal. And as it turned out, it wasn't. We were well overweight. And so at the last minute, we had kind of a scramble to get the robots down to legal weight. So we showed up with two robots, two frames, and both of them are exactly 250 pounds. But we made it. I had to make some compromises at the end to get that to happen. But we're here and we're ready to fight. For this event, Justin is going to be the driver for the event instead of me. A lot of people will go, oh yeah, because your hand's messed up and that you can't drive anymore. And everything's fine there. It's just he wanted to drive Tombstone, and he's my son, so I'm going to give him the opportunity to do that. So he's pretty excited about it, and I'm excited to see him do well. We brought two Tombstones for this event, okay, and they are the same, but they're not. There's quite a bit of differences between the two frames. So the setup that we're running tonight, I didn't really have the option of taking any weight out of the weapon, so I had to take weight out of other areas on the robot to make weight. So one of the first things I did was the titanium panels, top and bottom, are kind of part of the frame structure for the robot. You can't really take those off, but the one that's over the battery box, it's really just a cover for the batteries. It's just protection for the batteries. It's not part of the physical structure of the robot. So I took that cover off and then made a paper thin cover to replace it. It visually looks the same. Obviously, it's not the same protection, but we were able to save a pound and a half in that armor piece. Then I went with some lighter tires. Not really happy about that, but I didn't have any other way to make the weight on that particular robot. So they're not quite as, they get the same traction as the other ones, but just not quite as physically tough. So Justin's going to have to drive well to not let those get hit. But that was probably another pound and a half. And then the biggest pile of work I did to reduce weight on that frame was I actually cut most of the back of the robot off. There's a big armor plate across the back that protects the batteries. And there wasn't anywhere else to take weight out of. So I cut a big section of that out and then welded a thinner piece over. So visually it looks the same. You look at it, you can't tell anything like that has been changed. But we've actually made some fairly significant compromises to make weight. The second frame, the one that we're going to have set up to run against Valkyrie tomorrow, I'm using the longer weapon bar on that to make sure I have enough reach to get to Valkyrie over the top of their weapon. So that's the right weapon to use. But that one is an aluminum bar with steel teeth. And so I had the option there to just cut some of the aluminum off of that. And that is going to reduce some of the energy in that. It's just a lighter weapon now, so it's going to reduce some of the power there. But it was quick and easy, and I didn't have to really redesign anything. I could just put it in a chop saw, cut some material off, and ta-da, there we go. And that change was 5 pounds. And so that fixed the weight issue on that robot. So as ugly as some of that work was, and as much as I didn't want to do those things, both robots are exactly 250 pounds, and we're here with robots that work, and we're ready to go on and dominate.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. Here's our strategy. It's against Tombstone. Yeah, don't get whacked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be fast. Which against Tombstone I think is doable, because it seems like none of our fights ever have been more than like 45 seconds. We either knock them out or we get knocked out pretty quickly.
Okay.
So, and I think Tombstone's a big weapon. Somebody's going to get hit really hard.
Because if we're taking the whole module off, right? And we should keep testing that, just simultaneously.
Test this one first?
Can I keep taking at least most of the bolts off or starting most of the bolts off?
I think we can switch test it off the shaft.
Okay, great idea. Set up the...
Yeah.
So here we are back home after Tombstone's BattleBot Faceoffs weekend, and boy, we had a lot of fun. It was a great weekend, and you guys are gonna love the videos. There's been a lot of just really great action, and I just can't wait for y'all to see everything for the whole series, not just our weekend. A lot of them have been really good fights. The official videos from this on the BattleBots YouTube channel, I'll put a link below. Those will start to post in January of next year. At least that's what I've been told by BattleBots. So not too far off. We should have all the official videos up. I can't really show you any of the damage or any of the post-fight teardowns now until the official videos post. But when they do, we'll come back and we'll tear the robots down and show what went right, the things that went wrong, and things we can improve on for down the road, because there's always stuff to improve, and we're always working to try to make the robot better. So there's always stuff to learn. If you like what we're doing on the channel, please like and subscribe. It helps us make more content for down the road. And we're going to have some interesting stuff to show on Tombstones down the road. So please stay tuned.